Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More. Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More. Tum bin ke dayalu Jagat samsare Patita pavana hetu Tavavatara Patita pavana hetu Tavavatara Mosama patita prabhu Na pai beara Aha prabhu nityananda Premananda Sukhi Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Balakana Koro Ami Bado Dukhi Daya Karo Sitapati Ahita Gosai Daya Karo Sitapati Ahita Gosai Tava Kripa Pale Pai Chaitanya Nitai Haha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunatha Aha Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunatha Bhatta Yoga Shri Jivaha Prabhu Lokanatha Daya Karo Shri Acharya Prabhu Shri Nivasa Daya Karo Shri Acharya Prabhu Shri Nivasa Ramachandra Sangamange Narottama Dasa Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Dandot pranam to all devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Bhagavata ki jai. Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. So 150th verse onwards. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started explaining every word of the scriptures. Started showing that every word of the scriptures actually belonged to the explanation about Krishna's glory. Krishnera charana chhadi ye arava khane vratha janmaya yatara asatya vachane. The life of anyone who gives up the lotus feet of Krishna and explains things as separate from him is useless as a result of his false statements. So whoever is giving up the lotus feet of Krishna, when you say giving up the lotus feet of Krishna, it refers to whoever is not appreciating Krishna's name, Krishna's qualities, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's devotees. What will happen? And then what they start doing? They start seeing things separate from Krishna because of their own false statements. Krishna alone is the cause of all causes and the original source of everything. Proud, ass-like, ignorant men who give up the service of his lotus feet and take shelter of Agya Rudhi, distort the meaning of the scriptures with superficial explanations. So what they are doing? They are distorting the meanings. Thus they are wasting their rarely attain meaningful human form of life. In other words, as stated in the Bhagavatam, they are actually Jivan Mrta, living dead. Jivan Chava, dead bodies, or Shavana Shava, dead though breathing. So, Jati Shastra Japa Tapa. But they don't have love for Krishna. Apranasya dehasya, Bhagavat Bhakti hinasya, Jati Shastra Japa Tapa. Apranasya dehasya, Mandanam Lokaranjanam. Such people, they are just dead bodies moving because they don't have bhakti for Krishna. So what is the use? They are leaving body, leaving dead people, leaving dead. Jivan Chava, Shavana Shava. They are breathing, but they are dead. Agama Vedanta Adi Yatadarshana Sarvashastre Kahe Krishna Pade Bhakti Dhanam. Agama Vedanta Adi Yatadarshana. So philosophies in all scriptures headed by Agamas and the Vedanta describe the wealth of devotion to the lotus feet of Krishna. What is the meaning of Vedanta, Bhakti Vedanta? Where Vedas, where the logics end, there Bhakti begins. So all the scriptures headed by Agama, Vedanta, they are describing wealth of Krishna, wealth of devotion to the lotus feet of Krishna. See the powerful word, wealth of devotion. So original wealth is only Bhakti. Whoever has Bhakti for Krishna, he is wealthy person. Namo akinchana vittaya nivritta gunavattaye. Even Kunti Maharani's prayers just said, those who are materially impoverished, Krishna becomes their wealth. What a powerful statement given by Kunti Maharani. Those who are materially impoverished, they don't have any material wealth. That means they don't have the tendency, Yasyaham anugrahami harisheta dharam shanai. If you see all these verses, what it means, those who are supremely blessed by Krishna, they don't have any material wealth. That means they don't have any material propensity to enjoy material life. But they have Lakshmi. They have Lakshmi to spend for Krishna, to utilize in Krishna's service. So Agamas or Pancharatras, which are expansions of the Vedas, the Upanishads, which are the heads of the Vedas, and the Vedanta, which is the essence of the Upanishads, as well as various philosophical scriptures. They point out that service of the Lord is the goal of life. Yes, that is the goal of life. There is nothing beyond this. So whatever samartha a person is having, that samartha is only for utilizing in Krishna's service. Everyone has some samartha. Because everybody is an art of Krishna. But everybody is endowed with some samartha. Some may have more samartha. Some may have less samartha. It doesn't matter. Whatever samartha person has, he has to utilize in Krishna's service. So agamas means the place where everything begins. Nigama, agama. Nigama kalpatarur, agama. Agama means where everything begins. Vedas are compared to desire tree. Nigama kalpatarur. From there emanates the love for Krishna. Everything begins from the breath of Krishna. What are Vedas? Vedas are nothing but breath of Krishna. Everything began from the breath of Krishna, or begins from the breath of Krishna. The moment he begins, all the knowledge emanates. One breath, all knowledge emanates. If he has to annihilate, then everything is destroyed. Everything enters into him. So everything begins from the breath of Krishna. And in this knowledge, the ripened fruit is bhakti. Because in that knowledge, everything begins. That means Vedas are the complete knowledge, even how to live in a village life, city life. Everything is there. Brahmanakas, Aranyakas, Samhitas, everything is there. But ultimately, what is more important? Bhakti is more important. So, understanding the essence of all the knowledge. That is bhakti. Okay, further. Mugdha saba adhyapak Krishnera maya. Chadiya Krishnera bhakti anya patheya. Teachers bewildered by the illusory energy of Krishna give up the devotional service to Krishna and take to other path. So you see in the material life, there are so many teachers involved in teaching many subjects to the children. But they are devoid of the service to Krishna. And why it happened? Why they're not? All the knowledge should emanate in teaching. All the knowledge should actually should conclude in teaching bhakti towards Krishna. But it is illusory energy of Krishna which makes the teacher bewildered and take to other path. Karuna Sagar Krishna Jagat Jivana Sevaka Vatsala Nanda Gopera Nandana. Karuna Sagar Krishna. Krishna is the ocean of mercy. Jagata Jivana. In this way, he is the life and soul for the universe. Sevaka Vatsala. Vatsala means he is actually Sevakas. They become Vatsala. That means they get the motherly love from Krishna. Krishna is mother. Nanda Gopera Nanda. The darling son of the cowherd Nanda. So Krishna is the ocean of mercy, the life and soul of the universe, the lover of his devotees. So we have seen that how in first chapter Bhagavad Gita, Bhakta Vatsala of Govinda has been described. Bhakta Vatsala of Govinda, where Arjuna says, "Oh Krishna, take me in between the two armies." Krishna is ready. At the time, Gudakesha and Rishikesha, these two words have been used to see the beautiful dealings of Krishna and Arjuna. All the denizens of heaven, they are watching. Gudaka Kesha, Guda Aka Isha. Good means sweet relationship. A Ka Isha. A refers to Vishnu. Even Vishnu wants to see. Narayana also wants to see. Ka here refers to Brahma. Isha refers to Shiva. So Guda Kesha. To see this beautiful relationship. And what is the relationship? Arjuna is seated behind the chariot. Behind the chariot. And is asking Krishna to drive the chariot. Now, how is he going to give the direction to Krishna? So, it is said that they have to place their feet on the driver. Now, Krishna has assumed the role of a driver and Arjuna places his feet on the shoulders of Krishna. What a position Arjuna has got, just see. While drinking mother's milk, many times children, they place their feet on the breast of their mother. So it doesn't mean the mother's position has gone down. That is an advantageous position which the child has got. The same way Arjuna has got and after selfie. So Arjuna has got an advantageous position of keeping his feet on the shoulders of Krishna. So that is why he is a lover of his devotees. As much as the devotees love Krishna, in the same that much equivalently. In fact, sometimes you can say more than that. Krishna loves to serve the devotees. Kena Krishna name yarana hirati padiya o sarvashastra tahara durgati. Even if one studies all the scriptures, if he has no affection or inclination for the name of Krishna, he is certainly degraded. What is the use of studying the scriptures? If he has no love for Krishna, no affection for the holy name of Krishna, what is the use? He said, what is the use of becoming a Bhakti Shastri student or Bhakti Vaibhav student if we are not inclined to the holy name? In other words, who are the proper students for Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhav? one who is inclined to serve the holy name of Krishna. One who is inclined to serve the holy name of Krishna, he is a proper student. That is why the basic qualification for studying Bhakti Shastri. Today I had put the advertisement, Bhakti Shastri. Yes, those who have not done Bhakti Shastri should join, because it is scrutinizingly studying Bhagavad Gita, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion, Ishopanishad. Prabhupada wanted every devotee should study, because our basic concepts should be clear. If our concepts are not clear, then today we will do, tomorrow we may leave. So our basic concepts can be cleared only when we scrutinizingly, that means every purport of Prabhupada, whatever he has given to us, has to be studied. So what is the use of studying all the scriptures if he has no dakshina? By giving up Vidvad Rudhi and accepting Agya Rudhi, a learned scholar, in spite of having studied all the scriptures, does not develop any taste for the transcendental names of Krishna. Such a proud, self-proclaimed scholar is simply an unfortunate ass-like traveler to hell rather than a swan-like person. When somebody asked Prabhupada, first can we have Bhagavatam class, then chanting? Prabhupada said no. First chanting and then Bhagavatam class. Because chanting gives us the qualification to study Bhagavatam. Chanting can make us appreciate every word of Bhagavatam. If we are not chanting, then we cannot appreciate the praises of devotees, for Krishna. Krishna's praises for his devotees, the relationship between Krishna and the devotees. So one cannot appreciate. That is why Vidvat Rudi is more important. Vidvat Rudi means understanding Bhagavatam through the eyes of the self-realized souls. There may be a learned scholar, but he is in Ajnana, he is in ignorance. Ignorance means seeing something separate from Krishna. That is why he is not developing the taste for the holy name. So Prabhupada said, first chanting and then Bhagavatam. If you chant every day nicely, then you can appreciate the learnings of Bhagavatam, teachings of Bhagavatam. 156. Daridra adhama yadi laya Krishna nama sarvadosha takile o ayaya Krishna dhama. Go further. Daridra adhama yadi. Haribol, go further. If a poor fallen person takes to chanting the holy name of Krishna, he attains Daridra Adhama Yadi Laya Krishna Nama. If he is taking Krishna Nama, if Daridra is a poor person, fallen person, this is a cure. Even if he is fallen, even if he is poor, he attains the abode of Krishna in spite of having many faults, just by chanting the holy name of Krishna. Yahi mata sakala shastrer abhipraya iha te sandehayara sei dukkhapaya. This is the purport of all scriptures. Anyone who has doubts in this fact suffers. Ihaya sandehayara. So samshayatma vinashyati, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Whoever has doubts the words of Krishna, whoever has doubts in the words of the scriptures, they are sure to fall down. So this is the fact. Here Vrindavan Das Thakur writes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to his students, this is the fact. Yai mata sakala shastera abhipraya ihate sandeya yara sei dukkapaya. We cannot understand by our logical arguments or logical reasoning how it is. Look at the sky and think, how is it? How is it that even a fallen person having just by chanting the holy name, how is it that he can attain the abode of Krishna? Why is it that he is not suffering the sinful reactions. We may think a lot, but the words say just by the holy name, a person can attain the abode of Krishna. So last verse for today. Krishnera bhajana chadi ye shastra vakhane se adhama kabu shastra marmanahi jane. Anyone who explains the scriptures without referring to the worship of Krishna is a fallen soul who does not know the purport of the scriptures. There are many scholars who explain the scriptures without explaining the importance of chanting, worship of Krishna. There are many like that satsang programs happening. They will talk so many moral values, but no spiritual values. So what is the use? What is the use? People like to hear also. They may be very erudite scholars. They may attract lakhs and thousands of people. They will not speak of Krishna. Not a word of Krishna will be there. But there are foolish people. They follow Sadgurus. They may call themselves Sadguru, Vishwaguru, Brahma Guru, whatever they may call. And there are fools who are watching those serials also. They will talk everything except Krishna. Once Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur called his devotees and gave them examination. All big sannyasis, his disciple sannyasis. They all wrote the paper and they brought. He called his cook, come here, correct all the papers. It was an embarrassing situation even for the cook also, for the scholars also. Sannyasis are thinking, is our guru insulting us? Because this cook is an ignorant person and he is asking him, he doesn't know the scriptures and he is asking to correct our papers to him. He is giving our papers to him. Even that cook was shivering. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur told, you do one thing. Just see how many number of times Krishna has been written in one paper, in a paper. Give highest mark to him. That means what? You should preach Krishna. You should write Krishna. You should come to the conclusion that Krishna is everything. What is the use of a big speech where Krishna is not been told? Art of controlling anger, whatever it may be. Art of living, art of so many things, art is there. What is the use of doing all this Brahma Vigyan and all these things? Some yoga, some Brahma yoga, this yoga, that yoga. What is the purpose? If the purpose is not giving us worship of Krishna, then so-called scholastic lectures are just a failure. Very clearly it has been said, without referring to the worship of Krishna, somebody is speaking, he is actually a fallen soul. And what is he going to give to others also? He is going to make others also fall. He is going to give a deep well to them. Those who have accumulated heaps of impious activities in previous lives and thus given up Krishna's worship, which is only purport of all the scriptures, do not explain the scriptures based on devotional service. In other words, those who accept the unfavorable all devotional processes of Anyabhilashita, Karma, Jnana, Yoga as processes for achieving the goal of life and Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha as the goals of life, such persons are actually ignorant of the real purport or intentions of the scriptures. One should carefully discuss the following verses from Shrutis, Smritis and Puranas. Yasadeve parabhakti ritha deve tatha guru tasyete katita yartam prakashante mahatmanah. Shvetashtra Upanishad says and Chandogya Upanishad says Acharyanvan Purusho Vedaha. One who follows a disciplic succession of acharyas know things as they are. Tatha Upanishad says Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyas na Medayana Bahushruteya na Bahunashruteya Yame Vaishaha Vrutatena Labhyas Tatesha Atma Vrute Taruswam. So we'll discuss all these verses tomorrow. Because every verse is so wonderful. We'll discuss tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Any doubts you can ask.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I have one question.
Yeah.
On the one hand, it is said that the poor boy, when he chants the name of Hari, he will get the abode of God. And on the other hand, there is a long procedure. There are so many angas of bhakti that one has to perform. So how to understand these both? In the
Three
nectar of
mangas of
devotion also it is said that just by taking prasad, just by clapping, one can get the abode of God.
this.
Uh,
A deep faith in any one of
so
the
how
angas
to
of bhakti
understand?
also. Yeah, even if a person has a deep faith in one of the angas of the devotional service also. He has deep faith in chanting the holy name. That is actually the essence for everything.
Uh-huh.
If he has faith in taking prasadam, yes, he has faith in Krishna. That means he has faith in chanting the holy name. Chanting the holy name is the samman bonum for everything. How will he appreciate prasadam?
Acha, acha.
Krishna then only, na?
Mhm.
How will he appreciate seeing the deities of Krishna? Just by understanding that he is a person. And to understand that he is a person, he has to chant. Chanting makes our relationship more stronger, makes the personal aspect of Krishna, revives our lost relationship, makes the personal aspect of Krishna more understandable.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else? No questions? Hare Krishna. You want to chant some words? Ritu? Okay. We'll hear from Ek Shloki Ramayana. This one shlok in which whole Ramayana is covered. Today holiday for
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityananda Ama Adau Rama Tapovanadi Kamanam Hitpamrikam Kanchanam Vaidehi Saranam Jatayumaranam Sugriva Sambhashanam Pali Nirkalanam Samudataranam Lankapuरी दाहनम पश्चात् कुंभकर्णम एतद्धि रामायणम आचार्योत्तमरूपस्य कृपा सिंधु प्रेमच पतितानां पावने वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Wonderful,
Krishna.
Veda. Hare Krishna.
This is Ek
Very
Shloki
good.
Ramayana.
Good morning.
Hare Krishna.